We are here. Hello, and welcome to another night of Shop Bob Live. I am your host and founder of Shop Bob. I am Janelle Simone, and I am so excited that each week I get to come on live and share with you some amazing Black owned businesses, women led, ran, founded businesses, Latinx businesses. I am so excited that I have the opportunity to learn more about these businesses, learning the why behind their passion, learning what was that seed that sparked this new idea, this new business for them so that they can change the world. It has been an extremely amazing year so far. We've had over 40 businesses that we have featured here on Shop Bob Live. And we've only started, our first episode was January 16th. 40 businesses we have been able to show you to really get an understanding of the workings behind the madness which comes to a business. And I'm so excited that I have the ability to bring that to you. If you're wondering what Shop Bob is, well, Bob is the acronym Black Owned Business, B-O-B. And my heart has always been to really support and serve mom and pop, small businesses, help them to move in a space of excellence, help them to grow sales, and of course, really create a legacy for them. Because when we start a business, we have this vision in mind. Sometimes we resist it. Sometimes we have this idea and we're like, okay, God, okay, universe, okay, what is this that's been placed in me? Sometimes we move in action. A lot of times we sit. How many of us are guilty of sitting on great ideas and great visions? So it takes a tremendous amount of like tenacity and discipline to leap on faith, to open a business. So if you are a business owner, I celebrate you. I honor you and I support you. And I want to interview you and know more about your business. I want to help you grow. And that's the whole point of Shop Bob Live. I want to build a platform where we really get to understand the face behind the name of the business, the owner, the founder behind the companies that we are supporting. It's more about conscious buying. I know we're talking about, I want to buy to support the community. And we're really thinking about buying when it comes to our health. We're thinking about buying when it comes to supporting our community. And I think it's important to know who it is that you're actually buying from, who it is that you're supporting. And so that's why I have Shop Bob. We are doing this all free. Everything that I do, I try to my best to support Bob's as much as possible, because you're spending so much of your time buying the supplies to make the products that you're doing, paying for coaches and consultants and marketing gurus, and paying for advertisements. So if there's a possibility that I can be of service, I want to do that for free. So I am so happy to be able to help build awareness. I don't want to say exposure, but awareness for businesses that are out there, because that's what we really need. We need a platform that we can go ahead and share our gifts without taking from one another. But what I'm eventually building is a platform. Shopbob.com will be a marketplace where Black and Latin businesses can sell their services, sell their products for free, no fees. But what I am asking is that the businesses that do sell on the platform give a portion to a nonprofit so that they can fulfill their missions in our community. Yep. A lot of times we overlook the organizations that are out here, that are on the ground doing the work. They spend 80% of their time raising money just to perform the service. But if we collectively come together, we can support nonprofits so that way they can focus on the mission at hand, which is to serve. You, as a business, you increase your sales And you get the ability to report the money donated to nonprofits as a tax deduction. So it is a win-win all around. That is what I'm creating. That is what I'm building. If you want to help support, because I am raising money to do that, because it does cost money in order to create this platform, because this platform, it doesn't exist. There is no platform out there that is like the one that I'm building. So I am looking for assistance with that. So if you want to help, we are accepting donations. Any amount would be amazing. But what we are building will help millions of people. I'm talking about businesses, I'm talking about nonprofits and individuals who need these resources. And we can do it together. Yes. So this evening, back to Shop Bob Live, I am bringing you some really amazing group of people tonight. I am starting off this evening with an empowerment coach. That's right. We're talking about taking leaps of faith. We're talking about how do you push forward through resistance? How do you move through the storm to get to the other side? Yes. We've got an empowerment coach tonight. We're also speaking with a nonprofit. I'm very excited about that. Nonprofits are dear to my heart. I've been working in the philanthropy realm for quite a few years, raising millions of dollars for large corporations. And a lot of times we don't get a chance to really get to see the smaller businesses, the smaller nonprofits. And so now I'm excited to present to you a nonprofit that we can support, unify together, and help them with their mission. I've also got two amazing designers. That phone's going off. See, everybody's excited. They already want to know what's going on. We've got two amazing designers that have purpose behind their brand, one using faith, one using empowerment. We are going to open up, lift the veils and bring those businesses to you. So you stick with me for a little of your time, because I'm going to bring you some good stuff. Because a lot of times we don't even know what's in our own backyard. These amazing businesses, these amazing resources that we don't even know in our own backyard. So my job is to scour the internet, find them, and bring them to you so that we can support a Bob. So, ready? Yes. So for our first guest, okay, first off, I like to say that I am very excited, because tonight Shop Bob officially goes international. That's right. We're leaving the States tonight. We are going to Trinidad tonight. I am super excited about our first guest for this evening, because especially after the year that we've all had, because everybody has been through something this year, it is important to find someone who can position you for a mindset shift, position you in a place where you can go from I don't see a way to now the ways are endless. The possibilities are endless. And that is what we're going to dive in right now, is how do we get you to a place in your next chapter where you are ready to rule. And I'm going to bring in our personal empowerment coach. I'm so excited. Y'all know I love to talk about some empowerment. Y'all know I love talking about how we're going to get to our next level. So we're going to do that because we all need help. Yes, we do. If you have a business, go ahead and put that in the chat and let me see what you're talking about.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I am super excited to have you with us this evening. If you could just introduce yourself, your business, and to our audience.
Okay, right. So my name is Lesley Bradshaw, and you can tell I have a little bit of an accent. Yes, I am from Trinidad and Tobago, in the Caribbean. And I am a personal empowerment coach. And my main purpose is to help you learn to love the life that you have right now while creating the life that you desire. That's basically what I do.
So I am really intrigued, because I would love to know, what was it that prompted you to even move in this space to create this business? Because it's very needed.
I wanted to become for others who I needed for myself. That's really basically it. Yeah. I wanted to support people in a way that I needed when I was coming up in the world, right? And I know I look young and beautiful. I can't be more than 12 years old, right?
Yes.
But, you know, I'm going to be 40 this year, you know?
Wow.
I have 2 kids.
You see, beautiful. This is what I love about it. We just beautiful. Yes, I love it.
Yes, black don't crack, right?
There you go.
I have 2 kids. One is actually 19 and about to go off to university.
Oh, congrats.
And I have a 7-year-old. And I didn't want them to grow up with the feelings that I grew up with. You know, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're supposed to stay in your lane, stay in your box, because that's what is expected of you. I wanted to make sure that people had a support system in their life.
Yes.
Even if their friends, their family were putting them down, I wanted to be that one person that believed in them unconditionally, loved them unconditionally, because we all need that support in our life at some point or the other. In fact, we all need it all the time. But sometimes you need it a little bit more at certain points in your life. And I wanted to be that for people.
No, that's absolutely amazing, because it's sometimes hard, you know, to get through day to day. A lot of times we lack the trust to divulge like what we're going through. We try so hard to be strong for ourselves, and that little voice in our head, sometimes it's not our friend, it's our worst enemy.
No.
So within someone,
it thinks it's being our friend, but it really isn't.
it is like,
it's in survival mode, and it's okay. It's okay that it's in survival mode. That's its job. But it doesn't realize we're no longer hunter-gatherers. There's not a lion outside our cave, our cave that we need to be aware of. You know, it's thinking that the emotions that we're feeling, something is wrong, and it's trying to protect us. We're actually having the same, physiologically, we have the same reaction as if a lion were chasing us. When we're going through our depression, our doubt, our fear, our anxiety, physiologically, it is the same reaction that your nervous system is going through as if we're being chased by a lion. It does not know the difference.
So that's interesting to me. So, okay, so in our heads, like when we're trying to move forward, but we have that, it's not going to work, it's not going to happen. That's our inner self going into survival mode I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's trying to keep you safe and comfortable. And we all know what it feels like when you're going through anxiety or stress or depression. It feels really horrible, like you're dying. When you're in the middle of it, you feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. And your brain is pretty much trying to tell you, like, okay, whatever is going on, you need to stop it.
Wow.
You know, you need to get away from it, because this is giving you these feelings. And that's why, like, when we try to step out and do something different, that causes us to have like fear that, oh, what if this doesn't work? But that fear, our brain can't tell that we're just afraid of like what might happen, of failure. Our brain thinks, oh my God, we're dying. So that's why we end up like telling ourselves, okay, maybe I shouldn't try, because it's safer to stay in our comfort zone. But we know nothing happens in the comfort zone.
Nothing happens in the comfort zone.
Nothing happens in that comfort zone.
In a comfort zone.
And the time is going to pass anyway, right?
Right. So I have a question for you, because where your specificity is finding joy in where you're at while you're moving towards the life that you desire. So within that space where that fear sparks up, because now, from what I'm understanding from you, our body, even though it's for a specific thing, because of the energy that's moving in our body, it's tricking the brain into saying, uh-oh, danger, because of the anxiety that's coming up. So
Yes.
how do we move in that place when we're fearful?
That's a good question. And the response to that is, you actually need to feel your feelings. We try to bulldoze over it. We try to be like, okay, let's go eat a pint of ice cream. Let's go drink some alcohol or party with our friends. Let's do anything to stop this feeling. And don't worry, I went through it all. Like, this is why I say I want to be for others who I needed, because I went through all the partying and drinking and everything to just buffer how I was feeling, because it feels horrible and you do anything to stop feeling that way. But what you actually need to do is just allow yourself to feel the feelings, because that's all they want to do. They want to be felt. And let it process through your body. And usually in about 10 minutes, the heavy feelings are gone. Like, have you ever had like a good cry and afterwards you're like, oh, yeah, I feel so much better? Yes. It's the same principle. It's the same principle. You need to feel it. You need to allow yourself to feel the discomfort.
See, but that's interesting.
Don't try to bulldoze over it or block it out like we like to do. You feel it.
Yeah, because I think growing up, we're conditioned that we just almost like drones. We just got to keep moving. We can't stop. We can't show fear. Yeah. We can't show, you know, vulnerability. We have to, especially as a business owner, especially as a leader, show no weakness. Go, go, go. And so it is very interesting. And now that you've pointed it out, you're right. After 10 minutes, if you allow it to take over, it will subside.
Yeah. And then you can think about like figuring out how to get to a better place. And usually you allow the feelings to process. If it's something heavy, you know, you might want to do some journaling about it if you're into journaling, or take a walk, go outside, do something, get yourself moving, do some yoga. And then, and I'm still not getting to actually bulldozing again, then go do something fun. Go do something fun to raise your vibration, to raise your energy level. Then you can figure out, okay, so what should my next step be?
Got it. Okay, so... Yeah. Because it almost seems too easy. And I think that's where a lot of resistance might come, because there a lot of myself, like, I've been torturing myself all these years. I've got a stiff neck. I have to go to a massage therapist once a month, just to work it out, because I keep all of my stress on my neck because I don't want to feel anything. Yeah. And so, and to hear it this way, you're just like,
oh, that's it.
I've been resisting what? It's almost like when you jump in the kiddie pool, but you don't feel the ground, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't swim. And they tell you, just put your feet down, just stand. And then you stand and realize, oh.
You're like, well, what was that about? Absolutely. That is it. Exactly. And it's easy. It's very easy, but it's not simple. Yeah. Because we're conditioned to think that there has to be more, that it can't be too easy. If it's too easy, we get skeptical about it. And there's something you're not telling me, and then when I pay you to work with me, you're gonna throw a whole bunch of stuff at me.
Where's the catch?
I'm gonna tell you the same thing. I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I'm saying right now, here for you for free.
No.
I mean, I will. Obviously, if you're working with me, I will help you through it on a deeper level, obviously, but it's pretty much the same principle.
Okay.
Feel your feelings first. Yeah.
Feeling the feelings and actually moving through the feelings. Okay, so another thing that's really happened in the pandemic, which I actually detest, is there was a lot of people online who pretty much said, in the pandemic, if you didn't hustle, it's not in you. If you didn't create a business, then it's not for you. If you didn't jump on a train and you missed out. And I was very offended by that, because it is like injecting, like if, how do you know? And so people who are seeing it, they're just like, what, am I wrong? Was I supposed to start a business? Wait, am I falling
Was
behind
I
the
supposed to
curve?
do more than I did? And yeah, no, you were supposed to survive. That was your first job. Survive. Everyone is not meant to be, and I really hate hustle. I really hate hustle. Like, relaxation is good too. I don't need to work 24/7 to prove anything to anyone. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. The only person I need to prove anything to is myself. And if I say I'm going to stop working at 4, guess what? Call me tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to kill myself over a job or even over a business.
That right there, that is the biggest gem. And I really hope everyone who is watching right now, who is watching the replay, really sit and digest that right now. That is like, these last year, you survived. That is something to celebrate.
Congratulations. Yes. Like, go celebrate that.
Yes. And take a break. We were not created to work 24/7. I'll sleep when I'm dead. No, I want to enjoy my life now.
It's funny you say that, because I was a big advocate of, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Like, I felt like if I go to sleep now, I'm going to miss something. Yeah, you're missing sleep.
It's so important. And so right there, that's huge. I'm so glad that you said that, because from what you do within your coaching, that's a huge thing, is to give yourself that space.
Yes, give yourself space and be kind and gentle to yourself. Do not judge yourself. You don't have to be a millionaire. And yeah, a lot of the times on my Instagram, I will talk about going after your dreams and your goals and stuff. But even I have people who come to me who don't have like what we consider big dreams and goals. You know, they don't want the big fancy house or the car. They don't want to be a millionaire. They just want inner peace. They want peace of mind. That is their big goal. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, knowing that, you know, having those big ostentatious goals are not for you is a huge thing. That is so much depth of knowing yourself that, hey, I'm okay where I am. I just want a little bit more peace in my life.
Yes. But I think with social media, we're inundated with these images of success is the fancy car, success is the vacation homes, success is the stacks of money in your ear, success.
Right, and all the things, you know, you gotta have the Louis Vuitton handbag, you know, you gotta got the Prada shoes.
Yeah,
you know, we're not even flying first class, we're flying private, you know.
It's terrible. It's terrible. But and from seeing all of that, it's almost like our perception has been altered. Where we at today, we're like, I'm not doing enough. And that kind of triggers that thought in our head that we're not surviving. We're not living the way we're supposed to.
We're not living enough, and it at the core of it, it just means that we within ourselves are not enough. So many people think that they are not enough because they're not living up to this arbitrary standards that are being pushed forth through social media and other things like that. Like, yeah, it's okay to just be happy and content.
So how
There are people, living in the jungle who are like, hey, happier than some of us who are living in our little high rise or we live in wherever. You know why? Because they have that inner peace. And they did know that for themselves, they are enough. That's it. Point, period, blank.
But that's hard to even accept from ourselves. It's like, it's easier if someone else tells us, but for us to say it, to receive it, to accept it and believe it, that's the, as you said, that's not the simple part. It sounds easy, but it doesn't. It's something where there's a disconnect, and I know a lot of that has to do with mindset. I know that it is important to work with a coach. I feel that this year, with a whole rise in regards to the televising of needing therapy and going to coaches and using these resources has grown. And I think it's very important for someone to reach out to someone like you who can help break down, because even the simplest thing that you're saying, I know there's probably like steps to get there. I know there's got to be, well, the first thing is do this, and then get used to that, practicing that, applying that daily, so that way it becomes a ritual thing for you to do.
A habit,
So for someone who is wondering, how should I start? When should I contact a coach to move me further along? What's the smartest thing that you would offer? Or would you more one-on-one, or would you say do a group session?
I prefer to start with one-on-one because you get that personalized, individual, focused attention that is just for you. Especially if you're new to coaching, you may feel a little bit intimidated where if you're in a group and you see, oh, this person is a little further on than me, and it comes back to like the same thing with social media, you'll start judging yourself based on where you are compared to the other people in your group. So one-on-one is usually the best place to start, and be ready. You have to be in a place where you're ready to put in the work, because it's like you said, it's not a one leap and you're cured. We don't get to take a tablet and everything goes away and we suddenly feel better. No, it's a practice, and it takes steps, and you're going to get to a point and then you're going to backslide because life happens. Life does not say, hey, I see you trying to work on yourself, so I'm going to leave you alone. Life doesn't do that. I wish it did. But it doesn't leave you alone. Like, life didn't leave me alone. Over the Christmas vacation, I had so many things go wrong with my house. I had to I had a leak in the bathroom. The water was coming through the walls. The septic tank backed up into my downstairs, and my whole kitchen was like septic everywhere. Like, life does not leave you alone just because you are working on yourself. You know?
Life happens all the
time. So
it's
having those tools to manage your mind in those moments, because I could have been like, yeah, I'm done. I'm over it. I completely shut down. And I know me a couple of years ago would have completely shut down in that experience. But it's knowing that, okay, this is a curveball. How can I deal with this? Feel your feelings. Like, it's not about bulldozing and saying, oh, this is fine while you're mopping up septic stuff. No. This is messed up.
Yes.
This is messy. And I'm really not loving this right now. And I cried, and I processed my emotions and say, okay, what do I need to do here? What's my next step?
And
So regardless of what you're going through, like I said, the steps remain the same. Process your emotions first, then try to figure out what to do.
So it's interesting. Shout out to Data Notary Service. Hey, going through what she's been going through now, in a position where she's now barely finding out what brings her joy. Where should she spend time with? What is sparking that? Because it's about, like, how do we find the peace where we're at today? Yeah, we all have these grand visions of what our North Star will be, of what the end, the destination of our businesses, of our weight loss, or our weight gain, or, you know, whatever that is. But what is, obviously working with the coaches was one thing, but, you know, spending that time, how does one, you know, move in that space where they are today?
First, find the compassion for yourself. You're human. It's okay that you're going through what you're going through. It's okay that you're feeling the way you're feeling and you're thinking the things that you're thinking. Finding that compassion for yourself is the first thing. The way we talk to ourselves, like I tell people, if you are talking to yourself in this way that you can't talk to your kids, if this is what you're saying to yourself is not what you would say to your little, my youngest is 7, there's some things I tell myself, I know if I told her, I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? So if you know you can't tell a kid what you're telling yourself, stop telling yourself that. The first step is to have compassion for yourself. You're not going to figure it out in a day or even a week. That's the thing. We think that we can, I could go to maybe 1 or 2 coaching sessions and be like, this is my problem. Here's the solution. Leap, get to the solution. Everything's roses and unicorns. No. We got to go through step by step, because usually what we think is the problem is not actually the problem. We got to go deep. We have to keep exploring, keep exploring, keep exploring. And every time we come up with a thought that we realize, okay, this is holding us back in this part of our lives, we work through it. We work through those thoughts. We allow the feelings. We allow ourselves our little pity party. Then we say, okay, now that we've processed our feelings, how can we move on from here? What's the next step? Where do we see ourselves going? And what do we think is the next step? And the next step does not have to be a big leap. The next step could be something simple as, okay, what does bring you joy? Okay, you don't know what brings you joy. You go back in time when you were a kid. What brought you joy then? Going to the park and playing on the swings, you know, calling your friend, having them over. What simple thing gives you joy? Find that.
That's a great.
Be a kid again. Yeah, be a kid again.
Okay, so 30 minutes go by so fast. Okay, so I know that
I didn't realize it did.
So fast. So I know that you offer sessions. How does one work with you so that they can, you know, use the tools that you're giving tonight and work with you to find their joy and also work towards the life that they desire?
Okay, so when they connect with me, they can connect with me here on Instagram is one of the easiest places to get me. So just send me a DM. We go through a consult. It's a free consult. 1 hour consult. We go through what you're going through and different aspects of your life, you know, from health and finances, career, relationships, spirituality. We talk about all of it and see where you are right now. And then we talk about where you see yourself. What would be a 10 for you in your relationship? What would be a 10 for you in your career, in your life, in your spirituality? And then we create a plan of how we're going to working together. We're going to get you from where you are right now to where you want to be.
I love it. I love it. For you guys who are watching right now, if you click the icon all the way at the top left, a drop down will happen and you could follow right now. But of course, Shop Bob, we're going to be promoting and posting everything. Lesley, oh, this was just really, really good stuff. I got to do a part 2 because I know we could do more. This
I know I'm like, there's more to say.
Because you know, even with this, and I know working with you is a whole nother level, and this is just a little taste of what it is like to work with you, to really get an understanding, because you're absolutely right. It is about digging deeper. What we think the problem is really not the problem. What we argue about with our partners is really not the problem.
It's not the problem, no.
It's something else. And that's why it is important for us to find empowerment coaches and resources like you, so that we can work through it together, because we don't know how to process it on our own. We don't. We ain't doing it right. That's why we got stiff necks and we over here with cramp. We're not sleeping.
Yeah, we got all these things.
We're not doing that.
The one thing I would like to say though, I know a lot of people are still kind of skeptical about coaches and like, oh, life coach really? I mean, life doesn't come with a manual. How are you a coach for life, right? But think about it this way. When is the last time you've had like a good gab with your girlfriends for like an hour or 2 hours? That is what working with a coach is like, one-on-one. Someone who listens to you, someone who supports you, someone who believes in you, allows you your space to go through what you're going through, allows you your space to get it out. Someone who can give you the tools to get past it. So it's like girlfriend plus.
And that's what we need. We need the ability.
And definitely non-judgmental girlfriend. Not one girl who's telling you, but you're wrong. No, non-judgmental space. You can say anything. Like, I've heard it all. I've been through it all. I've heard it all. You cannot say anything that's going to shock you.
I'm sure. But no, it really is important. So definitely, you guys, make sure you follow. And like I said on Shop Bob, we will replay this as well. This was so many gems. There was a lot of little gems that I would love to even go deeper on. So I thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was just been an eye opener. Definitely sparked some triggers in me that I'm like, whoa, which I needed. So thank you again, and we will be talking soon. Hi, I am Janelle Simone, founder and CEO of Shop Bob, and I want to interview you. That's right, you. I want to learn more about your business and how did it come to be. So if you want to join me as a guest on Shop Bob Live, make sure you go to shopbob.com. And of course, if you want to know more about what we're building and want to support us, we are currently accepting donations. So hit us up at shopbob.com and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thanks.